Deciding to invest in an AI solution is a big step. You need to be super careful not to overpromise, overspend, or overextend. Implementing AI could be a game changer for your career, or it could fall flat. Let's take a look at how we can make you a hero and not a zero. Hi, I'm Steve Murphy. I'm a Vice President at ARG and AI Consultant. While I work for ARG, this video is my own and does not represent the views or opinions of my employer. AI is all the rage. The hype is strong, but successful implementations industry-wide are, to be honest, not as common as we'd like. So if you're ready to explore taking on an AI project, you have to be careful. If you haven't watched my video on how to select a project, I'll link to that in the video notes, but there's no need to go to that now. Keep watching here and you can watch the selection process afterwards. One is not dependent upon the other. So the first and most basic bridge we have to cross before committing to an AI project is a cost-benefit analysis. And this is actually my favorite part of the conversation. I've been building technology business cases for over 20 years, and I love getting into the assumptions and hearing about the amazing applications and solutions. However, I intentionally temper my enthusiasm with some risk management. We need to keep in mind that many AI projects represent major changes in the way businesses operate. For example, United Parcel Service, or UPS, had their entire business centered around a manual truck routing platform that had developed over the course of decades. You don't replace that in a month and expect seamless adoption. In fact, it took UPS years to implement their AI delivery program. So you want to start with smaller projects and add to them by under-promising and over-delivering. That will help you get your acceptance and your AI strategy going. Now back to the AI piece. We want to look at investment versus return on investment, or return on investment ROI. We want to calculate potential returns and estimate the financial benefits which they bring. For an example, a plumber investing in an AI-driven loyalty program should project the increase in repeat customers and higher sales to justify the AI investment. The risk here is that you overestimate the potential benefit, and I suggest to my clients that they pre-sell any assumed uplift in revenues. So while you're pulling together your AI vendors and conducting a low-cost pilot, pre-offer your solution. If it's an AI-driven loyalty program, for example, you can mock up some collateral, put it in front of some customers, and understand the actual potential. We have to be careful forecasting here, because I've been in new product development for most of my professional career, and rarely do new products hit their launch sales targets. So a new initiative just has to gain traction. It takes some time generally, and longer than we normally predict. You also have to make offer adjustments, you have to improve your collateral, and salespeople have to learn how to position the services more effectively. With the new AI-driven new revenue opportunity, we want to look for market acceptance, not necessarily immediate sales. Are customers open? Do they see value? Are the price points in range, etc.? This is a soft or conceptual launch, not a hard launch, so we want to manage expectation at this phase. You're about to spend some money, and doing your basic market research is highly advisable. If your solution is more about making internal improvements, implement a manual solution in a small area that is a proof of concept. For example, if you're looking at adding a virtual assistant to your customer support line, set up a dedicated queue staffed with live agents who are then restricted to the experience you're targeting with the virtual agent. Do the deflection analysis, figure out how resolutions are conducted, and figure out the cost avoidance metrics to support the assumptions you've made to justify the AI business case. Now, revenue-generating AI projects seem to have the most management interest, but they also carry the most risk. Revenue generation has both market risk, will the product or service be accepted, is it sellable, and technical risk, can the solution be delivered? Whereas a cost reduction project are viewed with more skepticism by management teams. I think many executives have been sold cost-reducing strategies before and they haven't paid off. So they're initially skeptical. When we're assessing total costs, we want to consider not just the initial investment, but also the ongoing maintenance, training, and potential upgrades. An example would be a healthcare clinic evaluating an AI appointment scheduling system. And they should factor in things like subscription fees, training costs for staff, and any necessary hardware that they're going to have to upgrade. Pilots are important. We want to test a component or minimally viable product before we commit to the entire project. This also helps get a final assessment on the total cost of the project before you actually go into full-scale development. Next, consider scalability. Scalability requires future-proofed solutions that are flexible. Choose AI tools that can grow with your business. For example, a marketing firm should select an AI media buying system that can handle expanding product or platform range as the business grows or the markets evolve. This is one of the biggest issues I see with AI in making a selection on which solution has the best long-term value for your organization. There are thousands of software solutions that are available in the commercial market, and they're relatively easy to implement, and you start seeing some value right away. The challenge with the off-the-shelf model is that, they're less expensive in the short term, but because you have no control over the platform, you can't customize the platform. Users get a fraction of the potential value possible. Then over time, as the needs of the business change, the off-the-shelf solution may not keep pace with those changes. So that results in a further compromise in value and increased frustration among the users. I believe this is why you see most organizations of size developing their own AI solutions. These organizations are generally using third parties to do the development, and they might have one or two people on staff for ongoing care and maintenance. These on-staff resources are hard to retain, so fully relying on a third-party vendor is more and more of a common occurrence. If you're a smaller company, off-the-shelf may be your only option, but if you're larger, a custom platform can offer more value. Also consider the use case. Virtual agents, for example, are readily available off the shelf and highly customizable. They're also more difficult to internally develop, so even the largest organizations may choose an off-the-shelf agent platform. Now, we've established the business case. We can now turn our attention to the human factors. Let's discuss change management. First is employee training. Make sure to include some users in the development process. Actual users will provide valuable insight into the practical issues and keep the theoretical platitudes in check. Now, involving users does have some risk. If your project could involve some staff reduction when complete, there needs to be a conversation around that up front, possibly with the entire impacted staff. Most of the time, AI projects are launched in phases to build success upon success, so the immediate impact on roles is smaller and increases over time. And this allows you to adjust staffing for attrition, reassignment, upskilling, and so forth. You want to provide comprehensive training to ensure employees understand how to use AI tools effectively. An example is a dental practice introducing an AI-based patient management system, and they should offer training sessions to help staff navigate and utilize the new software, of course. But training should also include what to expect from the system. It should include information on how to tell if the system is providing accurate results. AI platforms are highly accurate, but not 100% accurate. Their accuracy rates can be improved over time with the appropriate feedback, but errors do occur. And so staff should be in place to monitor or sample test the output on a regular basis to ensure adherence to established accuracy criteria. You want to encourage skill development by promoting continuous learning to keep up with AI advancements. Ongoing learning is going to be a mainstay of the AI economy and necessary for those who want to make a career in the field. AI is moving incredibly fast, and it's not possible to know everything. I found that following industry-specific news is the easiest way to avoid being overwhelmed. That's versus consuming general AI news, which comes at you faster than you can possibly consume. So, for example, the marketing agency we referred to earlier can offer workshops on the latest AI-driven marketing tools to keep their team and clients updated on emerging opportunities. Now, we want to nurture a cultural shift. We want to promote innovation, which includes fostering a workplace culture that embraces technological advancements and innovation. AI could very well be seen as a threat, and for those who resist, I do believe it is a threat. But for those who enjoy innovation, learning, and advancing within the organization, AI will introduce a new vibrancy. Encourage the staff to think creatively, but also cautiously. Not every idea is a good one, and many good ideas will not see the light of day because there are other priorities being addressed. We have to have a mature, realistic attitude towards what's possible. without dampening the enthusiasm. So you can ask your staff for ideas, but help them understand that their ideas may not come to fruition. All right, now let's talk about the practical steps to get started. We want to begin with a pilot project. Select a high-impact area and choose a manageable scope. Start with a project that's significant enough to demonstrate value, but small enough to manage effectively. So an example here might be a sporting goods company that begins with implementing an AI-powered recommendation system to enhance customer experience without overhauling the entire operation. You want to focus on quick wins and opt for projects that can deliver measurable results and quickly build momentum. So a repair shop can pilot an AI-driven scheduling system that optimizes appointment timings based upon symptom descriptions and predicted repair efforts. We can set clear objectives and define success metrics. We want to establish targets or KPIs to evaluate the pilot's performance. A big one is partnering with people with specialized skills. You want third-party vendors to have experience in your industry. This is what I do. I match companies to vendors that meet their needs and have operated in their specific industry. And I'll give you one piece of advice on how to pick an AI consultant. Ask them how many development partners they work with. And if they do it all in-house, look elsewhere. In my opinion, no one can have the necessary expertise to support any use case on their own team unless you're working with one of the very large shops like Accenture, where I used to work. If they tell you they have under 10 partners, I would be concerned, but it's not horrible. You want to do your due diligence once you've identified the use case to make sure that they have a couple of vendors with the necessary experience. And the risk here is that you waste time and money on consulting fees and you need to start over. Now, our firm has over 30 individual solution providers, so we can be somewhat objective and find the one that fits our company's or clients' needs most specifically. That's what I think is the best success model, but I'm not very objective in that. You want to focus on upskilling your team. I've talked about training, but consider certifications for key players. Support your employees in obtaining relevant AI certifications to build internal expertise, but be honest. This is a double-edged sword. A formal certification increases the market value of an individual considerably. Be prepared to defend that employee and maybe introduce some golden handcuffs in their employment relationship. Maybe a bonus at the completion of the project, maybe a commitment to stay for a period of time, or they need to reimburse the company for the cost of the certification. You'll need to identify what motivates the employee and act accordingly. So here's another example. A marketing agency might encourage its team members to complete certifications for AI-driven digital marketing tools. And maybe they offer them a percentage of the incremental revenue that's generated. This will want to be capped over time, but it could tie the individual's performance with the outcome. Lastly, we want to set up a monitoring platform to track performance and to iterate over time. So we want to assess the AI initiative against established KPIs, use analytics tools and dashboards to visualize and interpret performance data, and gather insight by collecting feedback from stakeholders. Feedback can come from both employees and customers to understand their experience with the AI tools, and you can do this through surveys or establishing another AI platform to gather this feedback. Use the data to refine and scale your solution. Iterate by making necessary adjustments to improve the AI system based upon this performance data and feedback. And then we want to expand the application. If we were successful early, we want to build on that success. My preference here is typically to go deeper into the workflow that we've already impacted. This allows better leverage of the existing investment, but your AI roadmap should inform that decision. The roadmap you created watching part 1 of this video series. I'll link to it in the video notes. Embarking on an AI journey is a transformative step that can significantly enhance your business's efficiency, customer satisfaction, and profitability, and even your career. So start small and scale. Begin with pilot projects, even non-AI proofs of concept to understand AI's potential impact, and refine your approach before you commit to larger implementations. Maintain your flexibility at all costs. Be prepared to adapt your strategies as you learn more about what works and what doesn't. And also the AI technology is rapidly evolving, so you want to make sure you can always leverage the most current systems and opportunities. High-quality data is the foundation of effective AI, so invest in robust data collection, storage, and management practices to ensure your AI systems have the best possible information, and prioritize the customer experience. Ensure that AI implementations enhance rather than detract from a customer experience. Use AI to provide value, convenience, and personalization without compromising the human touch where it matters. Keep abreast of AI trends by attending industry conferences, joining professional networks, and engaging with AI communities. This will help you stay ahead of the curve and leverage new opportunities as they arise. And lastly, measure and celebrate your success, right? Regularly review the outcomes of your AI initiative and celebrate milestones. They don't have to be at the very end, but you want to recognize success and boost morale and encourage continued investment. Lastly, plan for a long-term integration. Think beyond immediate benefits and consider how AI can support your business's long-term vision. Integrate it into your strategic planning and ensure that it remains aligned with your evolving goals. Starting your AI journey requires a thoughtful, strategic approach that aligns with your business and leverages unique strengths. By carefully assessing your needs and identifying relevant AI use cases, you can take practical steps to integrate your AI and unlock new opportunities for growth. Stay patient and persistent. The benefits of AI often come over time. Feel free to reach out to me if you need further assistance, tailored recommendations, or specific advice related to your business. I've got my contact information in the notes or description of this video. And if you got some value out of this video, please hit the like button, the thumbs up below, and thank you very much for doing that. If you want to find your way back to this channel in the future, the best way is to hit that subscribe button. That will allow you to find your way back here at your convenience. Thanks very much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.